So today start with a new topic, that is the public finance. So what is the public finance? Public finance is the management of a country's revenue, expenditure and debt load through the various government and quasi-government institutions. So first of all, we start with the introduction and meaning of the public finance. Introduction. Government of every country has to perform certain special functions which can be classified under two heads. Mainly, according to public finance, government has to every country to perform with a specific function, with a specific purpose. So basically, can be classified with two heads like obligatory functions and optional functions. To perform all these functions adequately and effectively, the government needs funds from the public. So this is the introduction. On the other hand, this is the meaning of the public finance. Public finance, basically, the study of the public finance is a branch of economics. As we know that public finance is related to your public society. So this is the branch of the economic development of economy. Has to come to occupy a very important place in economic literature in last 10 decades. So on the other hand, public finance is that science which deal with the income and expenditure of the public authority that is related to your public society. The word public authority includes all sort of government that is related to your publicly and government authorities, related to your government institute and anything else. So basically, public finance is a provide an overview of how do public finance are meant, what are the various components of the public finance are, and how to easily understand what are the number of ways. In the same sense, a country's financial position can be evaluated in much the same way as a public finance system with a financial system. Some other components of the public finance like including activity related to the collecting revenue, making expenditure to support society, and implementing the financial strategies such as like a government debt. So this is the main component include like taxes that is related to the public. Taxes, budgets, expenditure, surplus, national debt. This is the component of the public finance. So basically, public finance related with the government institutions. So on the other hand, public finance with the definition as given by the Adam Smith, public finance is an investigation into the nature and principle of the state revenue and expenditures. So public finance is a concern with the income and expenditure of the public authority within a mutual adjustment of one another. The main term public finance in combination of two words, namely public and finance. Public, it represents the government or a state. On the other hand, finance means money resources. These money resources are in form of income and expenditures. Thus, the public finance refer to the systematic study of the operation of the public income expenditure of the public authority. So, this is the definition. On the other hand, similarity between private and finance and public finance. Basically, some others similarity. First of all, private finance is study of income and expenditure of the private institution, individual or private, any other sectors. On the other hand, private finance can be classified into two categories, personal finance and business finance also. That is called private finance. So on the other hand, personal finance deal with the optimization of individual as a people, family and single consumer. That is related to your personal finance. On the other hand, business finance is related to your process of optimizing finance by business organization. So it is called private finance related with private institution that is categorized in two ways. So personal finance and business finance. First of all, personal finance that is related to the people, family and single consumer. On the other hand, business finance involves the process of related with optimizing the finance by business organization. So on the other hand, similarity between private and public finance. First one is maximum advantages. Second is procedure of income. scarcity of the resources, borrowing, adjustment of income and expense. First of all, we discuss it as maximum advantages. The objective of both is to secure the maximum advantages of the expenditure. Private individual tries to maximum utility out of his expenditure, and government wishes to achieve maximum social advantages out of the expenditures. So, on the other hand, second is precedence of income. In private finance, first of all, in private finance, the income must precede expenditure. On the other hand, public finance as well as revenue has to raise before the expenditure can be met. Third one is scarcity of the resources. Scarcity of the resources in relation to and is a factor common to in both the private sector or a private finance individually as well as the state have to adjust their scarce resources to meet multiple ends. So, on the other hand, borrowing. Both the private individual as well as state have to resort of the borrowing when expenditure exceeds revenue. On the other hand, adjustment of income and expenditure. Both the public and private finance always face the same problem, that is problem of adjustment of finance with income and expenditure. So this is the similarity. On the other hand, many dissimilarity like determination of expenditure, difference in credit status in the economy, or a right to print currency, nature of budget, compulsory character, elasticity of the finance, time duration, effect of economy. So this is the dissimilarity of the public or private finance. On the other hand, discuss with the component of the public finance. Some other different components of the public finance. First one is public revenue. Second is public expenditure. Third one is public debt. Fourth, financial administration, and fifth is economic stabilization. First one is public revenue. The income of the government through all sources is known as public revenue. As we know that income of the government institutions, all sources known as a public revenue. So basically, this component deal with the different sources and method of raising the revenue to the government. It also study about the classification of a tax, burden of taxes, effect, taxable capacity, etc. and vice versa also. So, on the other hand, public expenditure. Public expenditure, as we know that this is related to your publicly and society, family, with personal finance. On the other hand, publicly expenditure incurred by the public authority. This component deal with the principle and problem related to the allocation of the government spending. It also study about the classification of public expenditure, its effect, public expenditure policy of the government and trends of the public expenditures also. Third one is public debt. Public debt refer to the loans raised by the government both internally and externally in the economy. This component of the public finance study to need the method of raising the public debt and problem related to raising the repayment of public debt. This is a public debt. Fourth one is financial administration. Financial administration refers to the study of the different aspects of the public budget. It deals with the organization and distributing of the finance of the state. The objective of the framing budget, the method of framing it, and the other audit like study under with this financial administration that is related to the finance. So on the other hand, economic stabilization. This component of public finance study the use of public revenue and public expenditure to secure the economic stability and growth of the economy. It includes various economic policy and measures of government that are used to achieve full employment, balanced growth, optimum use of resources. So, this is a economic stability. So, as we know that public revenue that is perform various function in field of political, social and economic activity to maximization the social and economic welfare. That is related to your economic activity also, which helps to increase the economic development. In order to perform their duty functions, government require large amount of resources. This is called also public revenue. Basically, as we know that public revenue divided in two sense, like wider or narrow sense. In the narrow sense, we can say that it includes only those sources income of the government which are described as revenue resources. On the other hand, with the wider sense, it includes all the income and receipt of the government irrespective of the sources. So, in the narrow sense, the sources are subject to repayment, for example, tax, fee, and fines. On the other hand, in the wider sense, we can say that loans raised by the government which is not to repaid. In a public revenue, aggregate public income or the public revenue is the income of the government through all the resources. So, this is the public revenue. Mainly some other sources that is related, like first one is tax revenue, non-tax revenue. So, this is the component of the public finance. On the other hand, tax system in India, that is also related to public finance. Tax system in India, first of all, what is the tax? Tax is the financial charges imposed in individual or company by the CGNS. Collected tax amount is used for building the nation infrastructures and other development that is related with their building nations and funds to increase armed ammunition of the defense of the country and for the welfare related the work. So basically, tax system. So while it said that tax are paid, nation are made. So taxes, as we know that is related with public. Taxes refer to the practice of the government collecting the money from its citizens or legal entity to pay the public services. This money is collected by imposing taxes on the individual or a corporation entity. Tax is the basis for taxation system. Some other tax system that is related with the public expenditure, private expenditure. So, tax in India, government need to collect tax from the eligible citizens. Paying tax to the local government is an integral part of the everyone's life. No matter where we live in the world, taxes can be collected in form of such as like taxes, central government taxes, direct tax, indirect tax, and much more. Let's divide the type of taxes. As we know that first one is direct tax, indirect tax, some other categories. We divided the taxes. So first of all, what are the tax and its types? Taxes and its types of taxes on the basis of the volume, on the basis of the form, on the basis of consumption method. First of all, we discuss on the basis of the volume. We divide it in two subparts with single tax system and multiple tax system. On the basis of the form is direct tax, indirect tax, consumption method, proportional tax, progressive tax, regressive tax, and digressive. So, types of tax. As we know that basically on the basis of the volume. Basis of the volume with the taxation system. So, first of all, some other significance, primary purpose and other purpose. Taxes are basically used in two purpose like primary purpose and other purpose. First of one is primary purpose. Generate fund and revenue used to defray expenses incurred by the government in promoting the general welfare of its citizens. For other purpose, equitable contribute wealth of the nation, promote a new industry and protect the local bodies. Discuss with types of the tax on the basis of the volume. First one, single tax system. A single tax means the only one kind of tax. It does not mean tax on the only one person. In other words, a tax on one thing, that is no one class of thing or one class of people. On the other hand, multiple tax system. Multiple tax system refer to the tax system in which tax are levied on the various items. A modern economy is not one objective economy. It tries to fall ahead simultaneously along with the path of the growth, equitable distribution of income and wealth, economic stabilization, and others. On the other hand, on the basis of consumption method. First one is proportional tax. So, proportional tax is the mechanism in which the taxing authority charge the same rate of tax from each taxpayer, irrespective of the income. This means the lower, middle, and upper class people pay same amount of tax as you. This is called proportional tax. On the other hand, with same proportions tax. As we know that proportion tax means lower, middle, or upper class people pay in same and equal way and equally amount of the tax. Other is progressive tax. A progressive tax is one of the which the tax authority charges more taxes as the income of the taxpayer increases. A higher tax is collected from the taxpayer who earn more and lower taxes from the taxpayer earning less. This is called progressive tax. On the other hand, regressive tax. Regressive tax is a tax that takes a large percentage from low income people than from the higher income people. A regressive tax is generally a tax that is applied uniformly. That is called regressive tax. On the other hand, digressive tax. Digressive tax is the one on which tax is progressive up to a certain limit. After that is proportional, that is charged at a flat rate. This is called digressive tax. So basically, on the basis of the form. On the other hand, types of tax, we discuss on the basis of the form. First of all, direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax. What is the direct tax? As we know that direct tax basically depend upon the taxes. How to allocate with people? The definition of the direct tax is hidden in its name, like this tax is paid directly to the government by the taxpayers. The general example of tax is India are income tax and wealth tax is the example of the direct tax. From the government perspective, estimating the tax earning the direct tax is relatively easy and it to bear the direct correlation to the income and wealth of the registered taxpayers also. Basically, direct tax are those which are paid by the person on which whom these are imposed, and real burden is also borne by them, such as tax on income, wealth, consumption, gift, and expenditure. So this is called direct tax imposed on that person. So first one is classified this tax in mainly income taxes. On the other hand, wealth, consumption, gift, and expenditure taxes. So what is the income tax? As we know that income tax act can be followed with a 1 April and the 31st December. Income tax is charged on the total income of the every person of the previous years. Every individual whose total income exceeds taxable limit has to pay income tax based on the previous rate applicable time to the time. On the other hand, it is imposed and collected by the central government. Basically, income tax levied and collected by the central government. Income tax is very important source of the income of the central government. So basically, on the other hand, income tax is stable according to the previous year. As we know that up to if your income is 2,50,000, then the tax rate is nil. On the other hand, if your income 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, then tax rate is 5%. If your income is 5 lakh to 10 lakh, then tax rate is 20%. On the other hand, 10 lakh to another one and many more, then the tax rate is 20 to 30%. So this is the income tax charges according to time. So on the other hand, some others taxes include like income tax, corporation tax, wealth tax, gift tax, expenditure tax. So corporation tax, that is related also the direct tax. Direct tax with the part of the corporate tax. Corporate tax are annual taxes payable on the income of the corporate operating in India. For the purpose of the taxation, company in India are broadly classified into domestic company and foreign company also. So corporation tax is the annual tax payable on the income of the corporate systems. For the purpose of the taxation, company in India are broadly classified with two purposes. First one is domestic company and other one is foreign company. On the other hand, direct tax, gift tax is also part of the direct tax. What is the gift tax? Gift tax in India is regulated by the Gift Tax Act, which was constituted in the 1st April. If you receive gift from someone, it is clubbed with your income and you need to pay tax on it. Another one is expenditure tax. That is also called the consumption tax. It is tax which is assessed on expenditure or amount spent. It is defined with a fee which is charged and collected by the government on a commodity, activity or income. So last one is wealth tax. That is related with also direct tax. It is imposed on property of individual depending upon the value of the property. That is related to wealth tax. So another one is indirect tax. What is the indirect tax? Indirect tax are different from the direct tax and the collection method is also a bit different with the direct tax. How? These tax are consumption based tax. They are applied to goods and services when they are bought and sold. The indirect tax payment is received by the government from the seller of goods and services. The seller in turn passes the tax on the end user via the goods and services. Thus, the name indirect tax, as the end user of goods and services does not pay the tax directly to the government. Some general example of indirect tax like goods and services GST. As we know that GST, goods and services tax, value added tax, that is known as VAT. Sales tax. This is also part of the indirect tax. Basically, indirect tax is a tax collected by the intermediary such as retailer stores from the person who bear the ultimate economic burden of the taxes, such the customers. This tax is shifted by the taxpayer to someone else. And indirect tax may increase the price of goods, so the consumer are actually paying the tax by paying more for the product. Some other types of the taxes, like as we know that GST, VAT, service tax, excise duty, customized duty, entertainment tax and central state tax. So first of all, central sales tax. Central sales tax came in force in the previous year. Central taxes is applied to whole of the Indian, including Jammu and Kashmir also. Central sale tax in India, form of tax that is imposed by the government on the sale or purchase of particular commodity within the country. Central sale tax imposed on the both CG and SG. The rate of the central state tax is 2% or less than from 2% also. So basically, as we know that GST and the VAT is also part of the indirect tax. So another tax is entertainment tax. It is charged from the cinema owners who cover it from cinema viewers. On the other word, tax imposed by the every financial transaction that is related to the entertainment sectors like theaters, circuses and any other entertainment sectors. Tax rate of every from state to state 0 to 110%. Basically, for example, movie ticket, shows, exhibition, cable services, DH services. So this is the entertainment taxes also. On the another hand, customer duty. Custom duty applicable on the good imported into the India and exported from the India. It is levied on the central government. It is applicable to the whole of the India also. One has to pay duty on goods import from the foreign country into India. The tax payable at the port of entry like the airport. The main purpose of prevent illegal import and export of goods. This duty rate varies based on the nature of the items. On the other hand, central excise duty. It is charged on the such excisable goods that is manufactured in India in domestic consumption. Tax rate varies from product to product. It is also known as CANVAT. CANVAT means Central Value Added Tax. Excise is the duty. Mainly in this tax, excise is a duty, not a tax. On the other hand, some other service tax is a part of indirect tax. Service tax is imposed on the aggregate amount to the charge by the service provider to the receiver. The tax is permitted to pay on the value received. It is applicable whole India except in Jammu and Kashmir also. It is imposed by the Dr. Manmohan Singh. This service tax rate was 50%. So basically, in the indirect tax, we also deal with service tax, central excise duty, custom duty, entertainment tax, and central sales tax. This is a part of the indirect tax. On the other hand, direct tax, as we know that wealth tax, expenditure or consumption tax, gift tax, corporation tax, income tax. So this is a part of the direct tax. On the other hand, some other taxes like VAT and GST. As we know that VAT, value added tax, and the GST. GST means goods and services tax. So first of all, discuss value added tax. It was introduced under the Indian taxes system on the 1st April 2005. The value added taxes or VAT is a tax on the added value of goods and it's moved through the supply chain to the end consumer. In fact, the tax is levied on the gross margin at each point in the manufacturing, distribution, sale processes. It is charged by the registered VAT business. The tax rate varies from nil, that is like 12 to 5%. On the other hand, tax, that is GST. So basically, goods and services tax that is related with central or state also. In the center, excise duty, additional excise duty and service taxes. On the other hand, state GST. Basically, in the following tax, that is VAT, purchase tax, entertainment tax, luxury tax and lottery tax. So first of all, what is the GST? Goods and services tax. As we know that GST is the comparison tax mechanism where is all major indirect tax and clubbed into the one, whether they are levied on the services, taxes or goods services. Services means services tax and goods means excise and VAT. So basically, one of the aim of the GST is to reduce the cascading the effect of the tax which are primary focus on the VAT. But VAT system is not compensative enough to do it. Goods and services tax as a GST is a compensative tax levied on the manufacturing to final consumption of goods and services at the national level. Basically, main part is that goods and services tax compensative tax levied on the manufacturing to the final consumption of goods and services at the national levels. GST would basically destination based tax will make the life easier for the business in India. So first of all, GST levied on the previous year with 1 July 2017 in the India. So this is a GST. So as we know that direct tax, indirect tax, progressive, regressive, digressive tax, proportional tax and single and multiple tax. Basically some others on the basis of the volumes, form and consumptions method. So on the other hand, some difference in the direct and indirect tax. So as we know that direct tax imposed by the person whom it is levied. In the other hand, indirect tax is that tax paid by the taxpayer indirectly waived. Direct tax cannot be shifted, but indirect taxes can be shifted. Indirect tax is levied on the person individually, company and firms also. But indirect tax is levied on the consumers, goods and services. But indirect tax is a regressive. On the other hand, direct tax is progressive tax. It is levied on the income. Direct tax levied on the income, but indirect tax levied on the sale and purchase. Basically, it is shifted and taxpayer indirectly paid by this tax. For example, direct tax, income tax and capital gain tax is a examples of the direct tax. On the other hand, sale tax, entertainment tax is a part of the indirect tax. So this is the topic that is related with the tax. I hope it is clear to all.